Over the last 10 years, technology has become both affordable and disposable. Companies are continually trying to sell you the latest, biggest and best, be it a bigger TV screen, new game systems, multi-megapixel cameras, the latest over-spec'd phones. We go out and buy, even when our current tech is still good. But not everybody can afford or wants to buy the latest, biggest and best available. The rules of this game are, it must be used. It can't cost more than £10. It has to be within an hour or 30 minutes journey away, and it must be the best available. Ebook readers became popular in 2007 with the introduction of Amazon's Kindle, and seemed to call time on the old and dated hard and paperback books. There has been a decline in the sales of ebook readers though, since the popularisation of tablets, and normal book sales are now increasing. However, new and improved e-readers are still coming out every year. So what about those that came out a few years ago? Can you still pick up something decent for a tenner? I find Facebook Marketplace is currently one of the best places to go to pick up something cheap. Cheaper than eBay, which although does offer you PayPal protection, isn't always the cheapest. You can try before you buy and hand over your cash. You can even negotiate if you want to. First thing to realise is that although Amazon Kindle is the one you hear about the most, it's not the only e-reader out there. Several other companies have launched their own versions, and in many cases they're just as good. Second thing to realise is, there's a lot of junk out there. Do your research first. Okay, so to begin with, let's have a search for a Kobo e-reader and see what we can see. Well, I can see that in Nottingham there's not many that I could see that was under anywhere near £10. There's one there in D-side. I'm not driving to Wales to get an e-reader. Let's keep scrolling down and see if we can see anything that's just out of our range. Not that one there. There's one in Kidderminster. What's that one there? Not going to Shrewsbury, but this one here. This one's in Birmingham. Probably a fraction further than I'd like to go, but £10, never been used, comes with a charger wire. That one's got to be worth a punt, I think. Okay, let's have a look for a Nook Glow Light now. One in Derby. £30. What do you get for £30 on a glow light? Quite fancy a glow light so the wife can have a read at night and not have the bedroom light on and wake me up. It looks fairly reasonable, hardly used, got a memory card, the case looks a bit manky though, but I'm not going to pay £30 for it. But Hinckley's not too bad, and it's quite close to the other one we looked at for the Kobo. It's the only picture there is of it, but glow light Nook in Hinckley. The box looks pristine. I don't know if it's been used or not, but it's probably worthwhile having a go on that one. We'll just have a quick look, just to have a see if there's a Kindle e-reader out there that's affordable as well. There's not even anything local to me, to be honest, and everything is coming at £20, £30, £40 plus. Nothing's coming in at a £10 mark for me to have a look at. And if it is, it looks pretty rubbish. Okay, as I said previously, I've been in contact now with the people who own the e-readers, and the good news is both are available, which is something you don't always find on Facebook Marketplace. Sometimes people just don't close the listings off. I can go and collect them, so I'm collecting both of them at the moment. It's going to take me probably 40-50 minutes to get there and 40-50 minutes to get back, but that isn't too bad for an e-reader that comes to £10. So we'll pick them up, we'll get home, and we'll see what they're like then, okay? Right, this is our first look at the two e-readers, the Kobo Touch on the left. Packaging's fairly minimalist. Oh, look at that. They've my poetry ebook already on there. That was nice of them to have a read through that. Yeah, it feels nice. It's small, it's lightweight, there's not a lot to it. There's no obvious buttons apart from the one on the front. but it feels nice to handle. The Nook feels like a lot meatier package. I mean, look at all that packaging on it. Big, thick instruction book as well. You know, I don't know whoever reads through those things anyway. The Nook itself, it turns on, it's been powered on. Plenty of charge left in it, swipe to open, and oh, they've already been reading my ebook, that's helpful. It works, it looks okay on the screen. I'll be honest, I don't like this plastic rubbery thing on the back of it. When you feel it, it just feels, oh, it's like dead flesh, it's horrible. Take it off, it's not too bad, it feels quite good. Side by side, they all look very similar. On the left hand side we've got a standard 7-inch, it's an Amazon Kindle tablet basically, it's one of my son's tablets, it's big, it's heavy and it's reflective. The Kobo, much nicer to hold, much lightweight. The Nook next to it, without that rubber thing on it, feels okay, and that's the size of a normal paperback book. And the best way of testing these is to sit in the garden with a cup of tea and see what they're like. There's nothing like a good read on a summer's day. The Nook itself, it feels quite nice. I mean, it's lightweight, it's nicely balanced. The screen refreshes when you move through the menus and through the pages. To be honest, I could be quite happy with this. It feels good. I like it. Don't like this rubber thing on the back though. It's starting to irritate me now. My hands are feeling just a little bit sweaty and horrible. Yeah, it's going to come straight off. I think I've had enough of that. Feels much better without. The Kobo though, it feels a lot nicer. It feels like a very slim paperback. The screen, it's just as good, it refreshes just as well. It does sometimes leave a little bit of darkness behind, but it refreshes fairly quickly after that. And for those of you who are a similar age to me who can remember the Commando comics and the Battle comics, the Kobo will also play those files as well if you can get hold of them, and they look pretty good as well. It goes without saying, the glow light works at night, and to be honest, the screen's pretty good. It's a bit bright, but you can turn it down. On the model I've got, there is a slight flaw. The Kobo, it's just useless basically for nighttime reading. Bit of a cheat this, but if you don't want to download your ebooks directly from the webpage, you can buy CDs full of them off eBay and transfer them like you would on a file from your phone. If you have the wrong file format, there's several formats, this particular page, I'll put a link down below, will help you transfer from one to the other. So the big question was, does an ebook reader represent good tech for a tenner? Well, let's have a look at the options. Paperback book, not very thick, cost $6.99. You read it once, you give it to a charity shop, you throw it away, it gets dog-eared, it gets manky. It's done. This is a fairly up-to-date tablet. My son's tablet, 7-inch screen, exactly the same as some of these. Bit too reflective though. You may want to take it to the beach and watch a movie, you wouldn't see a lot of it. It's exactly the same with reading an ebook. You would be able to read this at night, but it is actually really quite heavy and not comfortable. We looked at two ebook readers. We looked at the Nook for £10 and we looked at the Kobo for £10. The Nook being the one that came with the light, the Kobo doesn't. They are both absolutely perfect ebook readers. The Nook is slightly newer, it does have the light, it also has that horrid rubbery cover as well. I don't like this bit on the back, this little indent, and the screen isn't quite as sharp. The light's handy, but after using both of them for a week, to be quite honest with you, this one is absolutely perfect. It's thin, it doesn't reflect, it holds literally shed loads of books, and it fits in your back pocket. Does it represent good tech for a tenner? It does. Sorry, he does talk a bit. In conclusion, first of all, the guy's now finished cutting his grass, so it's a little bit quieter, there's no background noise. Secondly, I have always been a book collector. I have got lots and lots of books. I've got at least 3,000 upstairs. It's not going to stop me using the Kobo. I loved carrying that little thing around in my back pocket. Far easier than the latest hardback book you just bought from Tesco's. The battery life on both the e-readers, fantastic. It didn't just last days, it lasted weeks. Far better than you'd ever get from a tablet. Finally, you drop it, it will still break. However, it only costs £10. You drop it, get another one for £10. Easy as that. Anyway, back to him for the conclusion. As you'd expect, after somebody cuts the grass, the weather changes and the heavens open up. But just enough time to tell you that this is only the first in the series of tech for a tenner. Coming up for you, we have got drones for a tenner, TVs for a tenner, computers for a tenner, and even a mobile phone for a tenner. Can we do it? Only find out if you come back and look again. Take care till next time. And now, I'll take it everywhere I go. I'll still buy the books, but I still love the Kindle as VE. The nut comes with a light. Once you get rid of that horrid rubber shell, it's not too bad. And some is fucking his grass.